If you are looking for an easy, versatile recipe that you can make 3 different ways, depending on what you feel like, and also freezes beautifully, then you're in the right place. Using one base recipe, we are going to make 3 different dishes. What makes this recipe a game changer for me is that there is no browning the meat separately. There's no sauteing things ahead of time. It basically all goes into the slow cooker, and 6 or 8 hours later, you have dinner. And it also freezes really well. I like recipes where if I'm having a good day, if it's the weekend, if I feel like I want to make something that I can put in my freezer, this is one of my go-tos. This recipe is from America's Test Kitchen's cookbook, Slow Cooker Revolution. And the name of the recipe is Easy Taco Chili. I'm going to talk us through the recipe, and I will mention what things you can substitute if you want to change it from a taco filling to a chili or to a spaghetti. I'm going to list all of the steps and the ingredients below, and then I'm going to put my substitutions in brackets. My name's Larissa, and this is the Concussion Crew, the channel where we share tips and tricks for making life a little bit easier so that you are a little less stressed. I started this channel because I have a brain injury and I'm healing from that brain injury, and I wanted to share the things that I've learned along the way that have helped me to heal a little bit faster. And having nutritious food easily accessible is important to healing. You got to fuel your body so it can heal. Enough about me. Let's dive in. For the base recipe, we're taking 2 cups of frozen chopped onions, 2 tablespoons tomato paste, 2 tablespoons of oil, and 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder. I didn't have garlic powder on hand. I'm using minced garlic. I'm making taco filling, so I am adding 1 packet of taco seasoning. To make this as a standalone chili instead of taco filling, I would add 1 tablespoon of chili powder and 1 teaspoon of cumin. To have spaghetti, substitute 1.5 teaspoon of oregano and 1.5 teaspoon of dried basil, or basil, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Pop this bowl into the microwave for about 5 minutes. I stir occasionally and take a look and make sure that the onions are softening. Once the onions are translucent and soft, I'm putting this entire mix into the slow cooker. For the taco filling, I'm adding 1 can of black beans. If I were making chili, I would use kidney beans instead. And if I were making spaghetti, you can either omit the beans, or sometimes I like to add in a can of lentils because they basically disintegrate, but they add a little bit of a protein boost. I'm adding into the beans 1 can of tomato sauce, 1 can of diced tomatoes, and 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Now that I've given that a stir, I'm going to turn my attention to the beef. I'm going to take 1 slice of white sandwich bread and 2 tablespoons of milk and mash that all together. I'm mixing in the ground beef and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Now that it's incorporated, I'm adding the beef mixture into the slow cooker, and you can see that I'm breaking up any larger pieces. Whether you're having the taco filling or the chili, you can add a can of corn at the end and just kind of stir it in there. And that's all there is to it. 8 hours later, and you are going to have delicious dinner, whichever way you chose to have it. Or you can pop that into the freezer, and on a day when you don't have energy or when you've got a million things to do, you will have the ability to pull that out of the freezer and have a warm, comforting meal ready to go. So there you have it. 1 base recipe, 3 delicious ways to use it, and endless possibilities of what to have for dinner. Let us know in the comments which one you try first. And if you enjoyed this video, if it was helpful to you, I hope that you will like, subscribe, all the things that help us here on YouTube to share some hacks, some tricks, ways of making life a little bit easier. Thank you for being here. Enjoy your dinner, and remember that you are not alone in making great use of your slow cooker.